Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. It is Saturday morning, 1 o'clock a.m. I find myself, I couldn't sleep. I had heard something, watched something on the internet today that was quite disturbing. And it's just been on my mind. And I thought I'd better share something with you. As you know, as spokesman and advocate for basic human rights, I spent the past 33 years trying to find some way of articulating to the American people that the struggles that we find in life are of our own making, that a measure has been made whereby we could enjoy living on this earth as though we were in heaven. And I came from the approach of the Bible. I used that approach because most people in America have at one time or another been introduced to the biblical perspective of life from an American point of view. And so I could see that as a way to connect. And here we are at this date, some 33 years later, and I have not connected as far as anybody choosing that approach, at least from what I have expressed. And the thing that got me so disturbing is that we have all heard that the Antichrist or the devil or whatever you want to refer to as the other side of the perspective of truth, then I guess that's the liar, the deceiver, or the devil, whatever you want to call it. And what that information that's been given to us suggests that it wants to deceive, it tries to trick you, it lies, and it does whatever it takes to get what it wants. Somebody says Machiavelli practiced it. In other words, what you need to hear to accomplish an end at this moment is what you're going to hear. It might change the next moment, but it'll get me through this moment. And I'm supposedly coming to Americans who have said that we've been taught about this trick all our lives. And here I am today, ladies and gentlemen, saying that yesterday, I heard a group of people championing Donald Trump in prophecy, that Donald Trump is God's man sent to fill the White House as President of the United States, that he is supposed to take America back to its greatness, and where other nations have gotten bold in regards to America and what America represents, he's going to take them back down so they can respect America. And America is going to reach its highest heights in its total existence, because God is going to bless us like this, and Israel. And I couldn't, it was hard to believe that that was happening. Now, I don't know if Donald Trump had anything to do with this or not, but they had his photo and video of him with preachers from every denomination, if not every, but several denominations, and of different races, all laying hands on him, that God bless his administration. Now, what we actually find here are people who are desperate, but they don't know where to look to. So they're looking for anything other than what they have been exposed to all the time. Well, not necessarily everything, but they've got other motives for doing it as well. And they're saying that God is blessing America with Donald Trump. And you know what? The Christians who are Republicans are saying the same thing. The Christians who are Democrats are not. The God in a Democrat, the God in a Republican is different. It's different, ladies and gentlemen. The Democrats' God, in a front, they will try to pretend like they can embrace the Republicans. But they have no plan that would include all Republicans. Neither does their God, to the extent at least the Republican who would be satisfied, and the vice versa. Republicans can include Democrats, and their God could do that, but not to the extent that that the Democrats would even equal the status of the Republicans. And this is what you got there. And now you got somebody coming in prophecy saying that God is sending us. And God might be, excuse me, sending us Donald Trump, but not for our blessing, but for our cursing. Here's what you have, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump, I think I might be a little older than he is, but for the most part, we spent our lives doing American. Donald Trump is a billionaire. I am what you would consider financially broke. I came out of the cotton fields, picking and chopping cotton, working all day for $2. I think that might have been the lowest, except when I worked and didn't get anything. But $2 a day, and with a dream to conquer the world, and stepped out of college ready to do it. But somewhere living in Chicago and seeing the oppression and the poverty and degradation, my mind changed, and I wanted to do something about America. And so I stepped out of the arena of trying to be the most popular man and wealthy man that could serve his family well and all of those ideological stuff, to start thinking about how God felt about his whole creation, and how those who really talked about God but never did anything allowed everything that another talked about to progress. And I saw all this stuff, this negative stuff happening. So when I took this approach, I still thought the church would be available. Church was not available. Donald Trump here, a billionaire, right before the American people, saying, I can do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. This is a billionaire, right? How do you think billionaires get their money? Oh, many times it's legal. But when something is legal that allows an advantage to be taken over someone, that doesn't make it right. Billionaires, millionaires, and trillionaires are thieves. They are thieves. Now, that doesn't speak good for you, because who are they thieving? They are thieving ignorant or stupid people. So we got thieves and stupid, ignorant people. That includes all of us. That includes you and me, as being the ignorant and stupid, because we're not rich. We're not billionaires and millionaires and trillionaires. And so right now, you got one of these billionaires standing before you, a thief, standing before stupid, ignorant people, saying he wants to be your president. And since we have been stupid and ignorant all the time, they are telling you and us now that he's being sent from God to take America great. You see that attitude, to make America great again? Let me tell you what the poor man's God tell you. The poor man's God says America, God is not any more focused on America than he is for Haiti. And if any efforts were going to be made, it would be made to bring Haiti up out of the mud. And every other nation that's been stumped down in the mud trying to make other nations great. Now, doesn't that sound more like a God that is not trying to take America down, but trying to make America's brothers and sisters healthy, strong, so they can be good team players as we make this move to glorify God through our creation? Well, I sit and I think about 33 years of crossing this country, going into other countries. I did that as a member of the military. Speaking radio, television, running for public office, saying God loves you and wants you to experience this heaven you say you want to go to, wants you to experience it now. And not one church organization, not one member of a church, oh, they listen, sounds good to them, But not one church organization, not one member has ever embraced the idea that we should do unto others as we would have others do unto us beyond words. And now they've got somebody say, make me your president. I'll take America to its greatest heights. And it's on the ignorant, stupid people to make a choice. I made my choice. I got kids. My wife and I are both college graduates. And I got kids who got through high school, and when it came down to going to college, they had to try to see if they can get some scholarships, if they can get a loan or grant here and there, just to try to go and continue their education. I had no financial input whatsoever because I sacrificed all of being a part of this system that destroys the lives of so many people, so that I could stand before you as somebody that was speaking real, somebody who can show you, ladies and gentlemen, what this system does to many people, not from what I'm looking at, but what I not only see, but touch and feel. I want you to know that this stuff is real. And I want you to know that if it's ever going to quit, it'll be because you change your mind. You will learn. You will get off that ignorant road. And when you get some knowledge, you would stop acting stupid. And when somebody come up to you, a billionaire, and try to deceive you further, you can laugh at him. You know why you can laugh at him? Because you're not concerned about yourself just being the richest person in town. You're not just concerned about your name being mentioned. You're not so concerned about your nation being the greatest nation. What you're concerned about is that God is the greatest God. And that is a God who loves everybody and protects everybody and looks after everybody. And everybody looks at him as a wonderful, wonderful God that does not allow, through his programming, bigotry and racism to exist. What Donald Trump is talking about is nothing but everything that we say we detest. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? He has millions of people saying we want him. Millions of people. Preachers, congressmen, lawyers, and doctors saying we want him. And you know exactly what he's going to do. But you think it won't happen to you. It's going to happen to the other person. That's what you're thinking. That's a sign of a stupid person. So I'm saying, what am I saying to you? I'm saying to you that if you vote for Donald Trump, I'm talking to you, America. If you vote for Donald Trump and make him president, you deserve everything that's going to come to you. So if the pain and suffering starts coming to you, don't start getting on your knees talking to God, because God don't want to hear it. When the pain and suffering start coming to you, don't start looking at anybody talking about what they did. You did it. And another thing, if Miss Clinton becomes president of the United States, I want you to know as well, you are getting exactly what you deserve. And when the ignorance that you have worn as your hat is kind of moved to the side now, because you see what she's going to do is no different than what Donald Trump was going to do. I want you to know you deserve it all. And God wants you to know that you deserve it all, because that's the seed that you planted. That's what you're going to get back. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican thinking that you're right or whether you're a Democrat thinking that you're right. You're both wrong. And the only way out is in the light. And the light is God. I never thought that I would be spending all of these years talking about God. A man who used to wanted to be dynamic. I wanted to be recognized. I wanted to be in the company with King and Gandhi and those kinds of guys. I wanted to make my wife as proud as she could ever be. I wanted to make sure that my kids were saying, that's my dad. I really wanted all of that. I wanted my community to say, yeah, he's one of us. I didn't get any of that. I'm still saying to you that it's worth it, because when I go to jail, because I'm trying to get you to listen, when I go to prison, because I'm trying to get you to listen, knowing that you might not listen, and get in these situations, and while I'm there, the only pain that I have is to know that the people are so sick. The term ignorant and stupid just didn't fit that sentence. It's sick. And while I'm there, I feel as much peace in jail, as much peace in prison, and standing right here today,